The Green Llama strikes.
Teach me your ways. It's I'm gonna kill, steal, and destroy Satan. But instead of like getting things, obtaining things the right way, you would rather cheat to win. Yeah. People who don't think they can win, they cheat to win. Yeah. That's a Dame Dash quote. I like him. So
I like him. I completely agree with you. I see it as like a power thing. Power is a hell of a drug.
Power.
And white people have had power for a real long time.
Or they think they have power.
They think
they're so desperate.
Systematically, they have.
Yeah.
If you statistically, white people have had the power. They've had the big joker this whole time.
So you're telling me, but okay. So let's think about what power. Let's think about what power really is, because it sounds like everybody in the world is powerless at one point, right? Yeah. Because they're trying to get this is the conversation that we're having. We're saying that they're trying to get what we have, and instead of being understanding, they just take. But if you were to have power, then something that you have doesn't insult what I have. Instead, I commend you, and we both move in our own energies of having power within ourselves, or no? Like, that's not real power. That's fleeting power. That's why they're always in a state of distress. That's why Becky and Hannah and Margaret are calling folks when they having barbecues, and when the little baby taking pictures on the street.
Yo, hey man, we can talk about that. That was so.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, they're in a state of hurt and distress, so they act out like little kids. So do they really have power?
No.
I think it's. Power becomes a different monster when you introduce greed to the equation.
Okay.
This has been we are Americans. Mm-hmm. This is a greed-based country. This country was founded on the idea of, oh, you got that, let me get that. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna ask you for it. I'm gonna just take it by any means necessary. I'm gonna get what I want.
But what's reckless is it was like. Wasn't it Christians that came over here? Like, people were leaving because they were getting persecuted. So then you come over here and persecute the people? If that don't sound like the hurting the hurt, I don't know what does.
It is.
Because people
not everybody's hurt.
Yeah. But everyone wants to feel better than somebody.
Yeah. And you know what? Those people who helped them, the Native Americans, they said, oh man, these people are going to die. Let's help them. Let's give them some food. Let's show them the way. Let's take them in. And then as soon as they got those little settlers got back to A1 health, then it's slaughter, kill. Why?
Because they're plague. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Their mind. Okay, them as human beings aren't plagues. Their mindset was plagued.
Evil.
Clearly. Like, just think. Like, as a child that gets beat on at home, when they go to school, they're usually the bully.
Yeah.
Like, it's that type of cycle.
That just brings the power back into play, because when you've been powerless and then all of a sudden
you try to
you
find
have
control.
The ability to affect change, you're just like.
But like I said, it's fleeting. They're so scary. That's why I said it's fleeting. It can't be real power because they're so scary. Oh, black people are coming up. Let's go. Let's go get them. Let's accuse Barack Obama of not being American. Let's send out,
Let's erase everything in the history book.
You see what I'm saying? Because they're scared. Oh, they might come to power type shit. I don't know.
And
they stupid. All that shit's stupid. I'm over it.
And it's really like kind of contradicting, because it's just like, oh, if the blacks come into power, what will happen? I feel like we'll actually help versus.
You want microwave chicken?
Right.
Have y'all seen the videos? Where the white lady just be like seasoning and they put it in the microwave?
Absolutely.
Like, no ma'am, you will not do that.
Not my God. My God said no.
My God.
But it's just like, what's the worst that can happen if the majority of the house was black or brown or whatever, or if we had like a consecutive black presidents back to back, it wouldn't be that bad. I mean, what I'm saying?
But
we have
there does
more
need
money.
to be diverse all around.
Exactly.
It needs to be a representation of everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I feel like, what I'm saying, like, nobody has a problem with it except,
the ones who think they're in
Asian
power.
people.
Because they think they're in power, but we coming.
We coming for your ass.
It's like, how many times have there been movies that come out that tell like a black story or a black tale or whatever, and completely erase and replace with white characters. But when we put out a movie where the cast is majority brown, then it's just like. Like it's like a pandemonium. Like for what?
Look, okay, so
Why?
What's that channel? UPN? I forgot what I was watching, but it was an actress or an actor from it, and they were saying that UPN was like the test for something. So like Girlfriends came before. Didn't Girlfriends come before Sex and the City?
Yes.
Right. So they said that once Girlfriends ended, Sex and the City was the like the reboot of it. Was like and that's why it got so big.
You know what I appreciate about Girlfriends? The producer, the person who made, I don't know his name, but he was on Frasier.
It's a black lady.
Kelsey Grammer.
Okay,
was
so
the executive
I know
producer.
what was
Kelsey
now.
Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer?
Kelsey
I'm
Grammer.
so sorry, Kelsey
Yeah.
Grammer.
I'm so sorry.
Kelsey Grammer was the executive producer, and Amara Brockakil.
She
was on the
wrote.
show.
She
She
wrote
was a
on it.
writer.
Like she was saying that Kelsey, what was his name, Grammer? Whatever. He didn't have like a really big part on it. He just signed off on the checks because it was making him money. Like every now and then,
like
he would
that,
come around.
because I read an article and they posted his picture everywhere, and I was like, "There's hope."
I thought so too, but then when she had that interview with the Breakfast Club, I was like, oh, so you shaded too. You just shaded.
I loved that show just 'cause that's when I saw Black Lawyer, Real Estate Agent.
They were so
I ended up
bomb.
becoming Lynn.
Lynn was a
Lynn was just floating
the
around trying to
Bohemian
figure
one,
it out.
right? I liked her. I liked her.
She was just trying to figure it out. I appreciated the spectrum that we used to have.
Yeah.
Now it's you are either a black strong queen who got her shit together and don't need no man.
Or your name is
or
Tatiana.
One of the two, and there is no in
about
between. So how do you feel about that?
Blueface did, and why his name Blueface, we don't know.
Is he a criminal?
We know, yeah. We know
that's
that.
fine.
That's
Can we get away from these names?
I didn't make the dots.
Yeah, he's a crook. That's why.
I was thinking about bills.
That makes sense.
I was just wondering.
Bust it down.
Bust it down,
Bust it down.
Tatiana.
Stay
But
with
wait,
us.
you know what pissed me off about that song is the fact that I danced to it so hard.
Nah,
Hey,
that's different.
if you drinking and that's
Hey,
Girl, if I'm not drinking,
Exactly.
I could be in my house vacuuming.
It's-
Bust it down.
It is sad that it's like it's strong in the music, the degradation of like black women. That's just crazy.
It's strong in the representation when it comes to these rappers and such marrying who they marry.
Yeah, and then like
A whole lot of light skins.
yeah.
Dominicans and Puerto
Two light skinned people
Ricans.
here at this table.
I'm saying like not us light skinned, but them light skinned. The Dominicans and such.
They still black.
But they not us black. They them black.
I mean, that's the cool part though. Like black people, we come in like different shades and stuff like that, and it's and different nationalities too.
Isn't that crazy?
Like who does that? We does
So
that.
have you ever seen somebody that's like not American black and you just be like, oh, your blackness is so beautiful. Like,
I saw this Ethiopian woman.
Right.
I remember this to this day. I walked past her on my college campus, and I was just like cheekbones, skin glistening, just
no makeup on.
no makeup,
Just
didn't
beautiful.
need it. Had the most beautiful natural hair, and she was just chilling.
Chilling.
She
right.
wasn't trying hard, but you just looked at her, and I was just like, I'm sorry. I'm one of those women. I give compliments in public just because I know it feels good.
Ma'am.
I'm sorry.
I've been walking you down for miles.
I'm not gonna follow you, but I might. Excuse me, Miss. You're really, really pretty. I hope you have a great day. And I'll move
That's
on.
sweet.
Something
Yeah.
we should be doing more.
Yeah, I do
People
that all
should
the
do
time.
that more.
I
You
do it
should
all the time.
go up to somebody and be like, "You're beautiful.
I
Like
your
your
shirt.
smile
I
is
like
real
your-
nice."
Yeah.
And you'll change their whole day.
Girl, you change your own day. Sometimes you do it out of selfish reasons.
Especially
Yeah,
as
I'm saying
women
you're
giving
beautiful
other
'cause it makes
women
me feel
compliments,
good.
like, you know, it's pretty dope. Because then we get mad when the men give us compliments.
I
Because it's
keep
just like,
looking at
you creep.
No, see, you can give me a compliment, that's fine. But ayo, ma with the big boobs and the fat ass, that's not a compliment.
That's
my nigga.
extreme.
You know you should smile more.
No, that's
So,
not
what's
a
your number?
compliment. Don't say that. Oh, is that? Don't ask me if that's my real hair. Don't ask me if I'm what I'm mixed with. Don't ask me that.
You know how you
That's-
you know how you dilute that situation, but like no, it come off. You want to touch it,
You want to?
then they get confused and scared. Now don't run, don't run.
That's funny.
Whoa.
Matter of fact, let me put my number in your phone.
Give it here.
Right. Let's just get this over with.
That's funny.
more toward image. What are some ways you guys have thought about kind of becoming something for all of us? I assume are in front of people of a younger generation at some point. Yes, got cousins, siblings, little black girls that look up to you, little black boys that you know that are around. What kind of steps do you guys feel like should be taken as black women to educate our next generation of children? What do they need to know? What kind of head start do you think they should get from
Give them a
us?
craft. Make them do home economics instead of just listening to rap music and thinking that they need to be in the street, because it's not necessarily true. It's like once you find a craft or a hobby that you're really good at and you take interest in it, you'll put that ahead of anything else.
Yeah.
Should we homeschool?
It depends.
We
on
can
the
get a charter
situation.
school. I mean, it depends. I mean, exposure is everything. So the things that you expose your child to, they're very receptive of. So if I'm exposing you to strong images of our culture, if I'm letting you know what is and what isn't, even if I put you into a public school system, you'll still know who you are. There won't be no issues. If I know that my child is very analytical when it comes to looking how things are built, I'm gonna make sure that his side hustle or the things that we do at home are going to be like engineering, architecture type things. We're going to go to museums that explores the things that excites them. And I think that's the issue a lot of the times as I watch as a teacher that parents may have. Their lack of realizing that their child isn't their own and that they actually have a purpose to serve within this world. So as a parent, my job is to make sure that I hone that craft, so when I send you out, you won't be lost and oblivious to what's real and what's not. Yeah.
I can understand. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people wanted a baby but didn't realize that baby is going to become a future adult. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to teach the kid things. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to teach them how to be an honest, forthright human being. You're going to have to teach them, all right, well, I know you're going to make your own mistakes, but here are the pitfalls that I went through.
And on top of that, please make mistakes.
Make your mistakes,
like,
but don't make mine.
Don't be afraid of mistakes. I think that's an issue with a lot of people. Like, for instance, this move that I'm about to take with moving to Abu Dhabi in August, I get a lot of thank you guys. I get a lot of what about your mom or what about this, and it's just like, who am I not to fly free? You know what I mean? And if you put me in this box, am I really living out my true purpose in life? Are you really helping me hone in on all the full talents that God has blessed you with? Because as my parents, He blessed you with me. He gave you, like, you're my shepherd.
Shit.
Sorry.
For the listeners, someone's phone fell from an unbelievable height.
Unbelievable height. Legit. Honestly. Is it crack or baby crack?
Nah, straight.
That's all good. Outer box.
Shut up.
Outer box
This is
commercial.
not sponsored. We would like to give Jamal money. If you'd like to give Jamal money, we'd be more than accepting. OtterBox, just
PayPal.
Cash App, Venmo.
Outerbox. It doesn't break from high ladders.
Jamal, I'm interested to hear what you have to say, Jamal, as somebody who is in the creative spaces. When you were younger, and anybody else who's really been in the creative space, feel free to answer. When you were younger, was that something that was cultivated in you? When your parents thought, oh, you really like to draw, or you really like to design? Was it something that they, like, let you do?
No.
Or was it like a, oh, no, you need a state job with benefits?
No, see,
what was that?
No. See, the thing with that is, my mom is on the, hey, I need you to get a real job. But, like, you could be creative and all that, I respect it, but she doesn't understand that, which But my dad has always been the dude that's always been like, all right, here's some Legos, here's a piece of paper, here's Dragon Ball Z, here's a computer, here's this. If you have something you want to do graffiti, you can spray paint this wall. Like my dad's always been
dope.
my
But you
dad's
need both,
all,
right?
yeah, I need both of them to work,
Yeah.
but it's just like on my mom, I understand where she where it comes from. But on my dad, it's like he pushes me more. So basically, that's where I get it from. My dad basically raised me to be like a creative.
That's dope.
Me, that's just wants you to stand for something. You know what I'm saying?
You're
for me, drawing, painting, fashion, any of that stuff in an African household, it's like, you think this is a joke? Like, I didn't come to this country for you to be playing dress up. I didn't come to this country for you to be like not paying attention and like, you know, doodling in class all the time. Like, I used to legit get on my mom's side. I used to legit get in trouble for like, you know, drawing and stuff like that, because she would like see that and I guess like in her eyes I was just like wasting my life before my life actually began. Like, I guess she was trying to like protect me from being like a quote unquote starving artist, and it's just like, I mean, nah, I can get a job while still working on my craft. Come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is not Ghana back in like the 70s. Like, times have changed, and like I feel like creatives are actually taking over the world. We're making new markets for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You don't even get the same amount of bread that you used to make back in the day doing medical, because it's an oversaturated field. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, creatives are taking over, and we're making our own money and you know, making our own lanes. I wish, you know what I'm saying, they could have saw that, you know, at the time, because I was pretty much convinced that, you know, art and stuff like that, it's not gonna make you any money and it's a waste of time. So yeah, in this day and age, you know, I'm 26 now. It's like sometimes when I pull out that sketch pad or whatever, like a little part of me is just like, you know what, I don't feel like drawing. I do, but it's just, you know, hearing that message so much, like, you know, oh, it's a waste of time. Like, naturally now I'm just slower to like get to my creative space.
that sucks.
It'd be cool.
It's
It'd be
cool,
alright. I just gotta like.
It's
I just
cool,
gotta
though,
like.
as a creative, when you really like sit
myself.
down and try to like do something, your brain is basically telling you like, you don't feel like doing it. But when you sit down and like take the time to try to do it, and just like you're isolated in that solace, in that space, and you're just like, this is my space. And if somebody tries to come in, they can't really do nothing about it.
Yeah, it's super dope.
And with like black women in the creative industry, I feel like a lot of our ideas get like snatched and stolen and stuff like that, just to go to mainstream America. You know what I'm saying? Baby hairs is popping now. That's the next big thing.
Rags on a Balenciaga runway.
Yeah, and it's just like everything that we've known and everything that we worked for, it just gets like just.
We get raped.
Yeah, pretty much.
In all types of ways.
Snatched and sold back to us for a higher price.
Yeah.
That don't sound right. Something don't sound right.
Mm-hmm. How do y'all feel about Cardi B? Like her success.
She's living her best life.
She ain't gonna fuck them.
Look, what's that other thing? It ain't none of my business.
Oh, it's none of my business. It's none of my business.
I don't know.
I think she's a depiction of a queen.
Yes and no.
She's
But
a
who are you
version
gonna
of
judge?
Yes and no. Because judgment doesn't mean anything. She came from this like the gutter, like this. So it's like, all right. My thing is, if you do exotic dancing and stripping, yes, the image of degradation is there. But at the same time, you have a kid at home and you're at school, so you're basically finessing the game to get to where you need to go. Mm-hmm. So like, what is the point of me being a man sitting there talking about something? You a hoe, you a slut. Bro, she's not trying to really hear what you try to say. So if you mad because she's being successful, you a dick. Like, really, that's really what it is. You just a hater.
I do like some of the things that she's done. Like, I think she was asked about Offset and why she did, I guess during their whole breakup thing, why she hadn't spoken out and why she hadn't been like, you know, talking as much shit as everybody would have liked her to talk or whatever. She was pretty much like, I'm not about to, you know, bash him in the public eye. I'm not about to bash this black man. I was just like, true, set an example. Because, I mean, you know.
With Cardi, it's, at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was really mad. I was like, we got another stripper bitch out here shaking her fake ass, her light skin. I was so upset. And then I sat down and I realized, I was like, oh, no, Cardi got it out the mud. Cardi's from the Bronx is rough.
She's working the system right now.
She has literally, she went to a strip club, flipped that, got on TV, flip that, got a record deal, flip that, and became hip hop history. Whether you like her or not, whether you like it or not, she has beat stats that your fave's fave hasn't even touched.
And her finances herself. Like she put that money away that she made at the strip club. I remember watching one of her, like, this is like back in the day. This is like organic Cardi B
Instagram videos.
Yeah. She was like, I'm not trying to be stripping forever. I've got some money to the side, so I can really do this rapping thing. Like in the back of my mind, I was like, rapping, baby girl, might not be. But the fact that she invested her money, and the fact that she was like, I'm not trying to be at this strip club for forever, and I'm not trying to be at this strip club for I guess the majority of my popping stages or whatever. Like I just really appreciated how she just took something and made it something bigger.
Yeah, you have to commend anybody's hustle, no matter of your opinion beforehand. But if they do everything they can to get back, to get where they need to be, my hat's off to you. Yeah.
Back to your original question, I will say she's a queen just off of that. She got it out the mud. She said what she wanted to do, and she went for it. And now she's discovering other passions through that.
I'm sorry, I was like,
Jamal's face got me. She's discovering other passions through that. Like, have you seen her in these couture looks? Have you seen her in these? She got access. I think his name's pronounced Mugler. You can't get that.
It was a 1995 couture. I can't remember his
with
name.
The hat and stuff.
All of that was couture. Everything she had on.
She got access to the best of the best of the best. And this is the same girl that was fighting bitches on Love and Hip Hop with the braids and in the strip club. Like, you gotta applaud that growth no matter who you are, where you come from.
And nobody can really tell her anything, and no one can come up to her and correct her, because it's like the white people in that room, they were just like, oh yeah, Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was acting the same donkey like how she'd been acting, and people just accept her for her.
So the moral of the story is, be your motherfucking self.
Let's see, so we've touched on degradation, we've touched on image. Let's delve a little bit more into sexuality, because I don't think we've really given that. Now, we as black women are overly sexualized in several spaces. We can admit that openly. I want to talk about the ways that we kind of buy into it.
Buy into sex?
We buy into the over sexualization of ourselves.
Okay, alright. Phrase it right.
Yeah, when we see, for instance, I'm gonna tell a brief story about college. I took a women's and gender studies class in college, right? And as an example of women being degraded, my teacher showed the tip drill video. Now, a little bit about
I bet she was like trying not to.
A little bit about me. I'm a little bit of a hood rat. I'm 50% bougie. I'm 50% hood rat. It coexists in a space. It works. So me and my best friend must be a citizen face. We're in there and we see this. Our teacher's a white lady and she stops. She looks at us directly in the eyeballs, and me and my best friend are looking at each other like, girl, this is the gym. Because BET Uncut, when I was little, you was sneaking to watch it. You wanted to see it.
You wanted to see
all the stuff from BET Uncut. You wanted to see. Now, if you were like me, I wanted to be like one of the video girls at first.
True.
So what are some ways you guys can recall that you kind of buy in to the over-sexualization of women that look like you?
It's an accident. Let me tell you how it's an accident how we buy into it, because it's a form of, we think it's a form of beauty. So we're just like, okay, if I do this, that, and the third, or if I'm like this, then people will fuck with me more. So that's how you end up with the Instagram models
or the cement booties.
Yeah.
High breasts.
Yeah, like all of that.
No,
like
we
duck
like
titties. You look like something from Hunger Games.
Yeah,
Get it
like,
together.
Like stretch marks. Embrace stretch marks. You know?
Because I guess it's our way of kind of like trying to, I don't know, chase this idea of beauty at the time or whatever. We kind of sometimes we may do too much and end up selling ourselves short for chasing this idea of beauty, and we
No,
Clout
that's
chasing.
not, that's not clout.
That, whatever it is.
I mean, it all depends on, there's clout and then there's fame. I put clout and fame in two different categories.
I feel like they both the same.
I don't feel like they're the same.
You gotta have, but isn't clout like you trying to?
I mean,
You know somebody that's
Fast.
famous. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know somebody famous that got you on. Right,
Famous
where
is
famous
kinda
is like
fast.
I'm the reason why I'm on.
Clout,
Exactly.
clout is like
you're chasing for
notoriety.
exposure.
Yeah.
Also like Jordan
Yeah.
and Kylie.
Pretty much.
clout monster supremes.
So like you made it with like what I need like the full definition of clout. 'Cause that's new to me.
Clout is basically like you're trying. All right, clout is basically saying you're on Instagram and everybody that you follow, you put in your IG story 24/7. So you're fighting for exposure to get
show
numbers
people.
on your Instagram.
And that-
But with fame, you're working to get to where you want people to know you. So you're pressuring yourself. You're pressuring yourself with clout, but with fame, it's kind of like a grind that you're trying to get on.
And that person does not have their priorities together because you putting all your time and effort
Into something that you
that
don't need to.
yeah, like Instagram, all that shit don't exist.
It's a thing, but it's not a
It's a
thing.
series of zeros and ones on a device that can be broken.
It does not define you.
Right.
Your likes do not matter.
That's right.
I guarantee you, no one cares that much.
Exactly.
Let me make sure that's what it's called.
Even with what you were talking about, I don't think clout and fame are mutually exclusive though, because that's how in my brain I automatically think 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine
he
Clout
went
or
through
fame.
Clout.
because he gained
Fame.
clout, became famous for
Fame.
being a clout chaser,
Thank you. I
and
don't-
then
And he
it
still,
blew.
But
he,
see,
he was
wait.
still chasing the
He
clout
was.
because once he got the money, he was still doing stupid stuff.
Like you
True.
gotta keep up the
But the thing was, he
shenanigans.
wasn't stupid.
That's a whole nother time.
Well, until
See, that's what I'm saying. That's how I put fame and category clout into.
But
you
he
have
was
clout.
definitely a clout chaser
He was.
because you
I
know,
wouldn't
once he
admit
got
he
that
was.
bread and once he got that success,
Mhm.
But now
he
he in
just
jail.
he kept going into a spiraling.
He getting out of jail, bro. I don't
Who,
care.
R.
what he-
Kelly?
No, 6ix9ine.
Ooh.
6ix9ine getting out, bro.
Talking about-
how they gonna put him
That
in?
little
How they gonna put
snitch
him
getting
in
out
witness
of jail.
protection with a 69 tattooed on his face? That's all I want to know.
I don't care.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap for him.
If you got a big
Oh,
6'9", he
right
got here.
here.
How are we gonna hide you, my
He
nigga?
likes
Like, where's
6'9".
gonna put you?
I
It's
just
over.
like
It's
I like the
over
story.
for him.
Oh, the story.
I want to see how he
He's a puppet.
finesses his way out of it.
Soldier Boy.
He is a little weasel.
Big,
Let's
Big
talk
Draco.
about Soulja
big
Boy.
Draco. That's big
What's going on with this man? Like,
He
Soulja Boy
confused
needs a
and
hug and his ass whooped at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
he acts like he ain't never been loved. If you have a black mama like I have a black mama, my mama will slap you in the face and hold you tight.
I think he's going through a crisis.
I think so too.
Cocaine is a crisis.
He
You're
had.
right.
What did he say? He had.
Cocaine is a
You see
crisis.
the lips?
like, what the fuck, Tiger? I mean,
Tiger.
Tiger.
I feel like he rehearsed that because he's never been.
He was so animated.
Yes.
He not.
He was on drugs.
It's kind of like I kind of feel like he strategized that shit.
I think he
He
did.
did. He had to.
He's like, all right, Breakfast Club.
Exactly.
Got my outfit. I'm about to lay it on the bed.
He strategized that whole
Gotta make sure it's
thing.
straight.
He had a crackhead headband on. I know that much.
That Gucci.
Crusted with the sweat on the
He
ends.
got
Did
that
y'all
from the
get that?
thrift store.
I heard somebody
Hey,
mention
hey.
something about R. Kelly. One thing, one out of the many things, you have all these black women as slaves in your basement.
He don't like black women. That's why he like black dude.
He does, but it's just like, why you gotta like, why? Okay, how
He
come
got
you
no
can't
respect
be?
for him.
And that's the
And he
thing.
hurt.
And that's the
He is
thing.
so
Why do you
good.
have to? Why do you have to degrade black women
Is this
just to
something
keep?
new though?
Cause his sister,
He's
but
been
it's
this
a
way.
lot of people
It's
that
not
know
that
it.
way.
It's
His
not
sister
that.
freaking
It's not
raped him. He never got
Really?
Yes, girl,
Yeah,
that's
so-
a story.
Wait,
Oh
what?
my God, that's not an excuse.
So y'all said, yeah, that's a whole bigger
As-
thing. His
as-
sister raped him. She was
Yeah, she
16. He was like 4 until
She was doing it to his
4 or
brother
5.
as
Like
well.
she was doing it to both of them. So that's why he was so fucked up in the head. Like
But as
most people who commit these crimes, their mental health isn't
Sure.
quite
So
stable.
you think maybe he's trying to punish his sister by getting these black women together and like
he has some type of subconscious thing that's going on that he doesn't even realize. Some type of hurt, and this is how he's acting out, just like a child would act out. If, you know,
well, he's an
children
adult.
lash out.
You have to be responsible for yourself and your actions. Like trauma, I get it, but at the same time, you are an adult. You know right from wrong. It's not okay. That's why you're hiding.
That's what I was gonna say.
If you're gonna be gay, be gay.